Alexa, give me a local news update.
Hey, Philip, here's your news.
Jason, I know all eyes have kind of been on the weekend, given the week we just got through weather-wise, but it sounds like this nice weather is going to extend into the following work week.
Yeah, there's only really one kind of fly in the ointment that will cool down a little bit. That's it. I mean, we're into spring.
Nice.
Good.
Okay.
Declared?
Yes. in May. This is
Yeah.
this is
So
the way
right on par.
This is right on par here. This is Maine in May, and this is what it takes. It takes some time. How about Katahdin? Still some snow up there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, saying goodbye to winter, but looks great though, right? Obviously, Lake no longer frozen. Good news. Sun mixed with clouds, a few showers at most, very small, mostly New Hampshire right now. An amazing weekend, a run for the 70s, and it's dry and mild, but there is one catch for next week. We're not going to be at 70 or 65 every day, and I'll get to that in a second. Currently, we are very nice in Wisconsin, 65. Notice the cooler along the southern coast with those 50s, but warmer away from the coastline, 63 in Bangor, 63 in Millinocket. Wind generally out of the north here, except where you have the breeze for Portland out of the south. There's the breeze coming on shore. Bar Harbor 18 from the north, and the cloud cover going away now in the visible satellite. These are mid-level fair weather clouds. Okay, we lose the daytime heating, those clouds go away, and look at satellite and radar, and on the satellite picture and the radar, we're just clear, looking good. So a cool, relatively by May standards, high pressure nosing in from the north and also the south here. We'll get a slice of some of that warm weather to our southwest. Tomorrow's high in Bangor, typically 63 this time of the year. How about a forecast of 71? So just jump from right to the 50s, 60s into the 70s. This is spring fever in Portland. Typically 61 for tomorrow. We'll get to 73, all in on spring. How about temperatures this evening, though, if you're headed out? Maybe walk the dog or for dinner. Maybe you get some golf in late here before the sun goes down. 60s and 50s looking very good. And into the overnight, clouds fade away, except north and down east. We'll have some fair weather clouds come down. But really, that's about it. It's a lot of sunshine tomorrow morning. Sunrise around 5:25, 27-ish. And watch the wind shift tomorrow out of the northwest, okay? So here's what's going to happen. Downsloping wind. It dries the atmosphere out. It warms up the wind, too, and the air temperature up to 70 in Waterville and Augusta. Fair weather clouds, but a lot of sun, and then the sky clear. And then, yes, Chris was talking about it. What about after this weekend, and what about after next week? May 11th to 15th. Get the crystal ball out. Really go out. Above average, okay? Not crazy warm, but definitely above average. So, yes, I'm saying it, declaring it now. Goodbye, old man winter. Let's get spring in here. Seas at 2 to 3 feet. Water temp just jumped to 50 degrees. The small craft advisory up. And how about 7-day forecast inland? 70s for the weekend, 60s, and then there's a little cool down for Tuesday, but not terrible. And then we're at the 70s for Thursday into Friday. How about the coast where you have those 70s to 60s, cool down on Tuesday and Wednesday, but then we warm up to 64 and 67. So you can follow along on the social media. I can't wait to see the pictures of everyone getting out this weekend, enjoying all that Maine has to offer.
You know, the sunset pictures, Jason, we like to show those off on the weekend shows. Can't wait for it to be back because I feel like winter just was forever this year.
It was on top of the fact that we had the rain. It felt like it kept us inside even longer. That was the part for me that made it hard.
But we will appreciate this weekend so much more now because of what we just endured.
We earned it, right?
Print out that 7-day and frame it for when we get to February.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jason.
Caring for a loved one when you're not around can be a challenge. With Alexa Together, you get a remote caregiving service through an Echo device with helpful features like 24/7 urgent response and fall detection response. The Alexa Together subscription service allows multiple family members to receive notifications about your loved one's well-being. Start your free trial of Alexa Together today at Amazon.com/Alexa Together.
If slow, unreliable internet is affecting your business, you're going to love Fidium at Work from Fidium Fiber Internet. With Fidium at Work, you get the service you pay for because it's 100% fiber internet over a dedicated connection to your business. That includes the same upload and download speeds. Plus, you get the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology to enable consistently faster Wi-Fi speeds and wider coverage. That's sure to keep everyone happy, connected, and productive. Find out more at fidiumfiber.com/smallbusiness.
We are getting our first look at LL Bean's plans for a remodel. The flagship store writes in a press release that it wants to build the Freeport experience.
But what exactly will that look like, and what are people in the community saying about it? News Center Maine's Jackie Mundry went to find out.
LL Bean just released its plan for the store's remodel. Part of it includes a brand new main entrance with an interactive bean booth.
The LL Bean retail store opened in 1917 on Main Street, and it's been more or less in the same location on Main Street ever since.
Eric C. Smith is the executive director of the Freeport Historical Society. He himself just got a look at the new renderings. He says a lot of the town's history has changed, but he hopes LL Bean doesn't change too much.
LL Bean hasn't really involved the community in their design process, so it is just one photo. It's nice to see the highlights.
A representative from LL Bean declined to comment on Friday, but a press release states that there will be a new Main Street look, removing the boat, bike, and ski store to expand the Discovery Park. This comes on the heels of LL Bean's office space expansion. Smith says this is all good for Freeport from an economic standpoint, but he hopes the history of Freeport stays intact.
It's interesting that in their press release, the very last point was of what their goals are for this project was to reaffirm their commitment to Freeport and supporting neighboring businesses. I think I'd like to see that moved up higher in their priorities.
LL Bean has already started this project. As you can see behind me, they are already in the process of the reimagination of Discovery Park. In Freeport, Jackie Mundry, News Center, Maine.
LL Bean says they're also asking for customers' patience during those renovations.
A first-of-its-kind training center for service and therapy dogs in Maine is set to open later this summer. The Mission Working Dogs campus will have private cabins where clients can stay and bond with their service dogs.
The center is the vision of Christy Gardner, a disabled Army veteran. News Center Maine's Vivian Lee brings us the story from Oxford.
After months of planning, fundraising, and construction, buildings are taking shape on 12 acres surrounded by woods.
The entire campus is designed to be 100% wheelchair accessible.
Christy Gardner's dream of establishing a training center for therapy and service dogs is finally feeling real.
And this is actually a puppy room.
But for this disabled Army veteran, there are emotions as well.
It's exciting and heartbreaking at the same time.
Gardner suffered devastating injuries while serving overseas. Those injuries eventually led her to having both of her legs amputated below the knee. 13 years ago, Moxie, a specially trained golden retriever, put her on the path to independence. Moxie passed away last year, but that special bond led Christy to create the nonprofit Mission Working Dogs to meet the demand for service dogs for veterans and people with physical disabilities and mental health issues such as PTSD.
She was so incredible. And she gave me so much of my life back that I wanted to do that for others. Can I have your paw?
Christy and her new service dog, Doug, a golden retriever as well, lead a network of volunteers and inmates in the Maine prison system, training 53 service and therapy dogs. The Mission Working Dogs campus will feature 10 buildings, including this training center, which is set up like a home. This is where dogs will learn skills to help clients in the real world, from fetching laundry and specially trained stations where dogs learn how to turn off light switches to this separate outdoor kennel.
And they'll all have indoor-outdoor runs.
The nonprofit has already raised $300,000 toward the $1.2 million internationally accredited center. It will also feature 8 private cabins where clients can stay. After some construction delays, the center could open for clients in mid to late July.
Great.
New owners will then meet their service dogs, train and bond with them for 2 weeks before they graduate.
She takes me grocery shopping. She does it all. She takes my trash out.
Linda Robite and her service dog Grace just finished the program, which involves hours of training, often in public places. Linda, who lost her left leg below the knee due to complications from lung cancer, has more confidence to face the world with Grace by her side. She feels the campus will be a game changer for people like like herself.
We do everything together. It's actually life-changing because I live alone. Now I have a friend.
Clients have to fundraise $4,000 to be potentially accepted into the program. There is also about a 1-year waiting list. Christy says training a service dog can take up to 2 years and cost about $14,000. As for Moxie, her memory lives on. A donated statue will be located on the campus as lives are being changed for people in need. In Oxford, Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.
Alexa, stop the
Your
news.
whole home Wi-Fi just got faster.
Alexa, give me the weather forecast for Lewiston, Maine for the next 7 days.
In Lewiston for the next 7 days. Saturday, 73 degrees Fahrenheit and partly sunny weather. Sunday, 70 degrees and partly sunny weather. Monday, 67 degrees and lots of sun. Tuesday, 60 degrees and lots of clouds. Wednesday, 64 degrees and lots of sun. Thursday, 69 degrees and mostly sunny weather. Friday, 67 degrees and lots of clouds.
Alexa, give me a sports update.
Here's your sports update. In basketball, today, the Celtics defeated the 76ers 114-102. The Celtics are leading the series 2-1. 76ers and Celtics are facing off on Sunday, May 7th at 3:30 p.m. In baseball, today, the Red Sox beat the Phillies 5-3. And the Phillies and Red Sox face off tomorrow evening at 7:15 p.m.
Alexa, when is NASCAR?
The next NASCAR race is the Advent Health 400, which will take place on Sunday, May 7th at 3 p.m. at Kansas Speedway in Kansas City, Kansas. It will be broadcast on Fox Sports 1.